get us started. It's Cade York, and we are underway from Ford Field. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be let out by their second-year quarterback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Graham. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Graham going to set up to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
On play action, here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Vikings pick up the football. 30, 20, 10, 5, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. gets a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now throwing on third down, he cannot connect.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now Graham to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. 52 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Bellamy. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Tua going to throw. Steps him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Leonard in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Hill to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Graham here from the shotgun. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Graham to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Graham will throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year when he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season,
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. To try again after the sack. Tua under pressure, and they got to him again. Shaquille Leonard, what a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up the... Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Leonard, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
That's the
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but...
He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Graham. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Graham. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On target over the middle to Hill. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Graham. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now Graham. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 19 yards away. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only if you... ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Tua now on first down. Open man, Amari Rodgers complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the... Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to Rodgers. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Tua to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll run for it with Robinson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a second down and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amari Rodgers from 19 yards away. And the Lions get a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now out comes Minnesota. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing now, Graham on first down. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Graham on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That time multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Graham. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Graham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua buying time to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Graham going to set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. That'll get him the 1st down. So they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua got Dobbs over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Bellamy. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tua. On the slant, he's getting, and it's a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Graham to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.